Hello amazing people, welcome to my YouTube channel, Amazing Grace with Bosse. I attended a program some time ago. The facilitator in the course of talking about gender issues reeled out some statistics on sexual abuse. And guess what? Children are not spared. And the statistics will break your hearts. Africa has the highest rate of child abuse, around 34.4%. Rape, sexual abuse, and molestation is ravaging our communities and has become a major source for concern. The issues of rape and sexual harassment, especially on women and children, have been going on forever. And you will think that with awareness, education, and exposure, that this menace will be on the decrease. But on the contrary, the mean age of children who are victims of rape is 3 years. Can you even begin to imagine what does a man see in a 3-year-old? The perpetrators cut across all strata of society, the poor and the rich. The illiterate and the educated are all involved. The sexual violation and death of Uwa, an undergraduate of one of the universities, is still fresh in our minds. But since then, many more women and children have fallen victim. A video is presently trending of an actor, Baba Ijesha, who abused a 7-year-old and was caught 7 years later through a sting operation. I cannot even imagine the agony the girl in question had to go through, reliving that trauma again with Baba Ijesha to make sure they got him on tape. Watching the video gave me a headache. The girl in question cannot be his only victim. It's not possible. I hope others will be bold and encouraged to come forward and testify against him so that he can get the maximum punishment and rot in jail. Now, who is a rapist? The dictionary defines a rapist as a person who forces someone to have sexual intercourse, while a pedophile is someone sexually attracted to children. But I believe that a rapist is not just the man who uses force or holds a woman down at gunpoint or drags her to an uncompleted building or beats her up to submission or tears her clothes to have his way. No, I believe strongly that a rapist does not have to use force. When you use your power, resources, influence, connection to take advantage of a woman because she does not have a voice, you are a rapist. Yes. So if you are calling out only people who use force, know today that you're one of them. If there's any element of fear or victimization on the part of a woman or a girl, that she will lose her job, will not get a promotion, will not pass an examination, or will be sent back to the village, fear for her education, fear for her well-being, fear for her life or the lives of her loved ones, and so is unable to say no to your sexual advances, and you have your way with her. It doesn't matter whether you take her to a 5-star hotel or have your way with her in your office or in your home, you are a rapist. Okay, let's also assume that you have a woman's consent to have sex. And along the line, she changes her mind and says, stop. If you refuse to control yourself and stop, you are a rapist. Yes. If you don't know, now you know. If you lure a child with sweet words. Fine girl. And you buy her sweets and chocolates or give her money and have carnal knowledge of her. You are a rapist and a pedophile. It doesn't have to be by force. It doesn't matter whether you're an executive, a father, an uncle, a worker, or a student. If you do any of those things, you are a rapist, period. Sometimes I wonder what is responsible for the increase in rape and sexual abuse. Are social, cultural attitude a factor? The fact that a man is seen as superior to the woman, is that the reason to want to dominate, oppress, humiliate women sexually? Well, I don't think that is the case. What will you say about the cases of sexual violence against children, which is on the increase? Our culture, after all, tells us to protect our children because they are vulnerable. So how come kids are also victims? It's obvious. Our tradition and even our religion are encouraging a culture of silence. Rapists are also taking advantage of the shame and stigmatization associated with rape to continue to perpetrate this evil. Is our culture or our society helping to trivialize the issue of rape such that families are ready to negotiate when rape happens? Are victims keeping quiet because they lack confidence in the system? Do they think they will never get justice? What should be the punishment for a rapist? Are the laws sufficient and stringent enough to serve as deterrents? I've heard people say that it's not enough to send rapists to jail. As a matter of fact, there was a video that was trending some time ago of a down-to-earth politician who said confirmed rapists should be castrated. What do you think? Now, this is my take. Enough is enough. We all need to rise up and speak with one voice against rape and sexual abuse and collectively take action to stop this menace. First and foremost, we must start to raise quality sons. Let's start to teach them from when they are little that a woman should be loved, respected, and not abused, whether physically, emotionally, psychologically, or sexually. Let them know that women are not objects or conquests. The evil men who engage in these dastardly acts live amongst us. They are in our communities. They have mothers. Some have wives, girlfriends, and sisters. So why are they not calling them out? We must also address the conspiracy of silence that is prevalent. Culture of silence describes the behavior of a group of people who, by unspoken consensus, refuse to discuss or acknowledge a given subjects. The culture of silence is one of the greatest problems in our society. We have all been wired not to speak up, especially when it comes to issues of sex. We are ashamed and embarrassed to talk about it or to report people we know are rapists and pedophiles. The resultant effect is that the perpetrators of rape, abuse, and sexual violence against women and children continue in their trade with no consequences. I'm sure we all remember the story of little Chaya, the 13-year-old girl who lived with a family to get an education and was raped consistently by the father and the son with the full knowledge of his wife. I am thinking, why did she not report her husband? Why did she allow it? Was it shame or fear of losing her marriage? The truth is, for better, for worse, does not apply if your husband is a rapist. Period. Why did she keep quiet? It was no doubt the culture of silence. Not to wash your dirty linen in public. The truth is that some linens need to be washed in public to save others from being victims. Yes. We must stop hiding and protecting perpetrators of sexual abuse. Let me use this opportunity to appeal especially to our religious leaders. When victims and families come to you for counsel, please and please support and encourage them to report and seek justice. Do not tell them to forgive and forget and move on and leave judgment for God. Forgiveness is important, yes, but forgiveness is different from acceptance and different from justice. When rapists answer for their crime, it may serve as deterrence to others. Law enforcement should also stop advising victims and their families to settle out of courts. We demand justice for all the women and children who have been raped and sexually abused. Rape should not just be a crime against the individual. It should be a crime against the state. So it doesn't matter whether the victim wants to persecute or not, the state should take it on and get justice for victims. It's my understanding that a sex offenders registry has been launched as part of the strategy to deal with issues of rape in Nigeria. There's need to make it public. We all know that rape is hard to prove. So if you fall victim, there are standard procedure you must follow so that you don't wash away evidence. Do not have your bath. Do not wash your clothes. Do not delay. Report immediately to the appropriate authorities. That is why we need a safe family and rape support center that people can access easily. Things have got to change. No woman and no child deserves to be raped. To all victims of rape, do not be ashamed. It is not your fault what happened to you. So seek justice. Get help to heal and regain your power back. That's our show for today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Send your email to amazingtv.grace@gmail.com. Thank you very much for watching. Until I come your way again, stay safe. Bye.